If your life goal doesn't require a college degree, don't go to college. If this applies to you and you really don't want to go to college, here is some practical advice on what you can do instead. One of the first financial books I've ever read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, aside from teaching basic financial literature, I think one of the biggest takeaways from this book is that a mentor helps a lot. For those of you who haven't read it, Robert Kiyosaki talks about his childhood and how his real dad, aka poor dad, has very low financial literacy. He worked a normal 9-to-5 and was stuck in the rat race living paycheck to paycheck. But his friend's dad, aka Rich Dad, owned a bunch of real estates, income producing assets, and was very financially literate. He is the one who taught Robert everything about money. We don't choose the family we're born into, so it's very likely that you could have parents with poor financial literacy. Or even worse, a family that is scared about taking risks. A lot of kids want to be entrepreneurs either because it's trendy or they have an inkling in them, but sadly, a lot of parents reject entrepreneurship because it is too risky. I mean, 90% of startups fail, so why should parents trust that you're going to be a part of the 10%? Especially if at some point in their life they tried something entrepreneurial and failed as well. If I can't do it, surely my kid can't. And we can't blame our parents. I mean, they grew up with different technology than we did today. They didn't have famous entrepreneurs to look up to like we do. And that's okay. They're just trying to make sure that you're safe. If you weren't blessed with having super supportive or super financially literate parents, you have to seek out for other forms of education. You have to find a mentor to teach you everything that your parents cannot. And I understood this. My parents worked a 9-to-5 and they were just living life like every other American. I had to find someone who did it differently so that I could get out of the rat race and not be like everybody else. From ages 13 to 16, I would send hundreds of emails to successful people in my area. Hey, can you be my mentor? Can you teach me how to do real estate? But why would some successful person take time out of their day to help some random kid? They won't. You have to provide value. One day on YouTube, I was scrolling and I came across this YouTuber named Reezy Resells. He was buying Nike shoes from Marshalls and showing that you can sell them for double to triple the price on Amazon to make a profit. And that's when I realized, that's my Marshalls. I followed him, I would comment on his stuff, DM him about advice with local thrift stores and side hustles. I kind of just bugged him in a nice way. Then one day he posted an ad on his page saying he's looking for people to help him find micro content in his YouTube videos. So I filled out an application, I mentioned how I was local, and I sent. I got the attention of his manager because she ended up DMing me and asking if I wanted to help film some YouTube videos since I was local. Those first few attempts never ended up going through, but I was still on the radar. After constantly bugging him and swiping up on his Instagram stories, mind you, this is after I helped him with the micro content, he offered to pay me $13.50 an hour to help take pictures, list, and ship for his eBay business. I straight up told him that I would work for free in exchange for knowledge. And I worked, but during the same time, I was also learning. In that same year, I did $200,000 in sales on Amazon from the information that I learned from him through working for free. You see, those $200,000 in sales is a lot more than the 12 grand I probably would have made that year just from working. Plus, he taught me a lot about YouTube, and now I have this channel that you're watching right now where I get ad revenue too. Like, you don't learn how to do that stuff in college. If you know what you want to do and it doesn't require a degree, find someone who is already doing it and figure out a way you can provide value for them. For me, it was the micro content planning, and then it was working for him for free in his warehouse for his eBay business. And if you don't know what you want to do, find something that interests you just a little bit and ask to intern for them. I exchanged time and hard work for knowledge. It's a whole lot better than exchanging money, time, and hard work for a degree in college. Take advantage of DMs, and if you get turned down, ask again later down the road and hit up multiple people. But hopefully you learned something. Here's another video going more in depth about how to DM people on Instagram. Down below is the subscribe button. Please go ahead and click on that. My name is Austin Crispell. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm out.